Ladysmith and area friends. I'm PJ from Ladysmith Parks Recreation and Culture. Thanks for joining us today. Today's movement activity is what I've called Smart Senior or Brand New Beginner exercise workout. This activity is suited for just about everyone, and especially if you are a senior and you want to try and stay active, and also if you're a brand new beginner. This is a great place to start. The equipment that you're going to need today, some weights. If you don't have weights, you can find something with weight, like some soup cans or some jugs filled with sand or water, so you can make that happen. Or you don't have to use anything at all. Please check out our safety health questionnaire in the link below, our physical activity readiness questionnaire, to ensure that you're safe to participate in this class. I'm going to give you lots of options anyways, but check it out before we get started. Okay, so I think what we'll do is get started. So your stair, if you've got stairs in your home, this is a great way to utilize them. If you don't, you can still do the warm-up and some of the activities without. So let me give you a quick demonstration. We're going to start to warm up. Pretend this is the railing. If you need it, you have it handy. And this is your stair. We're going to start by stepping up and down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up. Good. Again, if you don't have the stair, you can still move the legs. You can still warm up. Good. So you're continuing up, up. You've got the railing if you need it. A couple more times. Let's add something else on. Let's tap it up. Tap it up. Good. So basically tapping that first riser of the stair. And I'm swinging my arms, so I'm getting a little bit of mobility happening through the shoulders as well. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Now let's change it to a heel. Heel up, or sorry, heel on, toe up. So this is what it would look like on the floor. Let's get the arms changed a little bit with a little bit of a bicep curl. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, let's add on. So I'm going to add some squats in here. Now if you've got your railing and you want a little bit of help, a little bit of balance and assistance, you've got that. If you don't, you could use a chair. So keep that handy if you feel that you need it. So I'm squatting, I'm pushing my hips back, pressing in through the heels, tucking my tummy, and lifting up. Good. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2. Good. Now I'm going to go back to my step ups again. I started with my right leg. Let's try it with the left. Left and right. Left and right. So I'm stepping up, or I'm just marching. Right? Good. Let's add those toe taps in there. So toe taps, it can be on the stair or it can be on the floor. And swing the arms. Good. Let's try those heels. Heels up on the riser or on the floor. Heel, heel. Let's get those biceps going. Good. Let's do some little squats here. Down and up. I'll stay to the side here. Nice flat back. Weight is not pushing over the toes. Tuck the tail, tighten the tummy when you come up. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, let's do a few more. Add some arms if you want. If you need some assistance, grab your chair. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so that's enough of the stairs for now. Hopefully you feel a little bit warmed up. If you're not quite there yet, you can still do another round of stepping up and toe taps and heels if you need to. All right, we're going to carry on. So this is where the weight comes in. So if you have a chair handy and you feel that you need to use it, you certainly can. This will allow a little bit of extra balance. So what we're going to do here, there's a combination of two exercises. You're going to squat and then do a lateral leg lift. And a squat and a lateral leg lift. So I'm going side to side and alternating my legs out. Lower and lift and take it out. Try and keep those hips parallel to the floor. If you want to add a little extra intensity, you can add some weight here. Remember, this can be done with body weight as well. So let's try 30 seconds. This is the first exercise. Let's go. Down and out to the side. Toes and knees are facing forward. You want to feel it in the side, not the front. Lower and lift. Take your time on these. So if this tempo isn't good for you, you can slow it down and make it work. Good. Down and up. Let's do one more side to stay balanced out. All right. Second exercise. If you've got the weights, we've got some dumbbells. We're going to add on. We've got a bicep curl or a hammer curl to a shoulder press. Let's take that for 30 seconds. Here we go. Up, up, down and down. If you have any issues or concerns with the shoulders and this doesn't feel good, don't do it. You can stick with the hammer curl instead, right? And remember, the weight is optional. If you want to just use your arms without the weight, you certainly can. Good. Keep that neutral grip facing the head. Let's do one more. Good. All right, let's try that second set. So if you need your chair and you don't want to use your weights, here we go with the second round. 30 seconds. Squat down and out with the leg. Squat and out. I'm trying to keep my chest lifted. Good. Nice flat back. Keep my tummy tight. Good. Remember, you've got that option with the weights. And if you're feeling strong, you don't have to use that chair. Good. One more each side. Good. And stop. All right, back to that bicep curl. So the hammer curl to the shoulder press. 30 seconds. Let's go. Up, up, down and down. Good. Nice and tall. Good. So remember, if you find or if you feel that you're starting to rock or tilt, those weights are getting a little heavy. Keep it low or just continue without them. Good. You don't want to strain through the spine or arch through the back. Let's do one more. Good. All right. Grab yourself a quick little drink if you need it. We're going to go on to the next two exercises. So this one can be used with a chair. It's a body weight exercise. So you've got your chair there. You're going to step a leg back and we're going to do a hamstring curl. 30 seconds. Let's go. I'm going to kick my heel up towards my hip. I'm facing forward, facing that chair. Good. Lift and lower, 30 seconds. Then what we're going to do is we're going to transfer our weight, reset our core, and then we're going to do it on the other side. Good, let's do a couple more. Good, switch it over, rebalance, slide that leg back, and let's go, 30 seconds. So what we're doing here is I'm trying to stay balanced, and if you want to challenge your balance a little more, try not holding on. Try not death gripping, fingertips to control that balance. Good. And that toe at the back, I'm just trying to just kiss the floor with my toe. And again, another challenge to the balance. You're stabilizing here, you're working the other leg. Let's do one more. All right, here comes the other exercise. So I've partnered this one up with a row and kickback. Now you can use the chair for stability if you want. Let's go. I'm going to row up, kick it back, bring it in, bring it down. Up, take it back, take it in, take it down. So I'm working my back, and I'm also working my tricep as I bring that weight in behind the body. So I'm also supporting myself with my hand on my leg. So if you don't have the chair handy, you can certainly try it without. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Now I'm going to switch it over and do it on the other side. Same thing. Second verse, same as the first. Let's go. Row and kick back. In and down. I've got a nice flat back. Woo. Row, kick back, in and down. I'm going to have to get that. Up and out. Good. And remember the option, if you don't have the chair handy, or if you moved it and the other dumbbell rolled off. Good, let's do one more. All right, so back to that second set. So your hamstring curl. 30 seconds, let's go. Hamstring curl. So with the chair, or challenge the balance and try it without. Good, let's try a couple more. All right, let's change the legs. I'm trying to keep my hips facing forward. Let's go. So I've rebalanced, reset my core. I've got my hands for balance here on the back of the chair. Or you can challenge yourself without. Okay, let's do a few more. Yeah, let's do two more. Good. All right. So now it's row and kickback time. Second set. 30 seconds. Let's go. I'm going to pull it up, take it back, bring it in, take it down. I've got my arm nice and close to the body. So try not to kick it out to the side. Just keep it in control. And if you're getting tired, you don't have to use the extra weight. Body weight still works. Good. So you've got those options. Let's try a couple more. And one more. Good. Let's do it on the other side. Here we go. 30 seconds. And if that chair isn't handy, or you're trying not to use it, trying to work the core a little more, row and kick back. Let's do one more. One more after this one. Good. And stop. All right. Grab yourself a little drink. I'm going to go get the dumbbell. Hi, did you miss me? Okay, I've got a couple of options for these next two exercises. Hopefully if you grabbed yourself a quick drink, I'm going to show you the options here. So you can do it seated on your chair. You can add the weight if you want. We're going to work our calves. So we're going to lift and lower here. I'm rolling onto my toes and lifting my heels up and off the floor. Here's the other option. If you have your chair, you can also use the chair. You can stand, lift and lower. You can use body weight, or you can add weight. Or you might want to challenge yourself and lift and lower, keeping your balance with a little extra weight. You decide what you want to do. Lift and lower. Good, let's try a couple more. Good, and release. All right, second exercise, we're seated on the chair, and we've got some weight if we want it. So you can use the weight close to the center of the body, and what it is a little tilt forward and back. So this is referred to as some ab stabilization. Good. You carry on. I'm going to turn to the side. You can use the weight or not. I've got some room here. Tilt it forward, tilt it back, but I'm not arching. Good, let's do 5 more seconds. Tilt and tilt. You should be feeling it right here. Good, all right, second set. You've got your weights, you've got your chair. You don't have to use your weights, or you can do it standing up. Let's go, lift and lower. Good, nice and tall. Good, so we've got 15 more seconds. I'm going to throw an extra exercise in here. We're working the calves, the back of the muscle. Now, let's switch it over. Since we're here, toes come up. Toes come up. So we're actually working the front of the leg now, the shin muscle. These are really good because it helps lift those toes up. So if you're worried about climbing stairs or tripping on a curb, let's do 5 more seconds. These are the muscles that are going to lift the toes up. So let's not forget them. Let's do 1 more. All right, so back to that ab stabilization. You can add weight. You can add lots of it. You can add a little bit of it. You don't have to add any at all. Let's go. A little tilt forward. It's almost as if I want to try and get up and out of the chair. So it's just a little hip hinge. So the hinge is coming from the hip, and it's not an arch in the back. It's a little tilt forward, a little tilt back. Good, let's try a couple more. And 1 more. Good, and release. All right, that is the workout. We're going to add a few stretches here for the end. Now, if you feel that you can do a little bit more, you can certainly add an extra set, or you could maybe lengthen the time. So we did it for about 30 seconds. You could do 45. See how you feel. So let's start with a little bit of a stretch. So I'm on the chair. So if you've got your chair, you can sit. You can drop a knee down. So kind of ice pick it back and get that stretch in through the front of the leg. I'm pushing my hips forward. Good, I'm nice and tall. I've got the back of the chair for a little bit of support if I need it. Let's add a little side stretch. So the same arm as leg is going to come up and over. Keep the shoulders down. Make sure you can see those fingers in your peripheral vision. A little bit of a side stretch, reaching up. So I'm reaching the fingertips up, and then I'm reaching the knee down to the floor. Try and hold your stretches for about 30 seconds. Good, let's release. All right. Okay, so we're seated. We're going to take that leg that was to the back. I'm going to crisscross it over top. Angle the knee out to the side. I'm going to get a stretch through the hip and the side of the leg here. Hinge forward if you want a little extra. Good. So we did some work for the lower leg, so let's just rotate the ankle. Good, and then reverse direction. All right, and release. Okay, so let's take the legs. I'm at the edge of my chair. I've got my toes up. Now, if you're not feeling stable, you could certainly do this one at a time. I'm just going to hinge from the hip, and I feel that stretch in the back of the leg. The leg is straight, but don't lock it. You'll also get an extra stretch through the calf if you pull the toes up. If you want to do both at the same time, you certainly can. Dig those heels into the floor. Hinge from the hips. Keep the chest open. Nice flat back. Good. and let's release. Let's take that other leg, I'm going to crisscross it over top and stretch that other hip. Good. Again, if you're really tight through the hips, you may not have to hinge at all. You may feel the stretch through that hip. If you need a little more, you've been there for a few seconds, and that stretch, that muscle starts to release in its tightness, then try a little extra hinge. Want to circle the ankles. Almost forgot. Good, other way. Good, let's do a couple more. And then we're going to swivel around to the other side of the chair. So pivot yourself around. I've got my one butt on, my one butt off. I just pick that knee back. Now if you find that the knees aren't that bendy, you can certainly use the chair in a different way here. You've got the option to stay standing. You'll still find that stretch. Tuck the knee under the hip and add that arm when you're ready. Nice and long, again, reaching up and reaching down. Try not to fall forward, try not to arch back, nice and long. Good, so let's release it, bring it down. So if you're still seated on the chair, you certainly can stay seated there. If you've chosen to stand up, we can do this standing as well. Let's take a big breath in, and I'm going to make a big W with my arms. So I'm going to stretch through my chest and shoulders. Good, now the hands come back, and we did work those biceps. So let's reach those fingertips away and feel that stretch go down the arm. Good, and then release. Now you've got a couple of options here. Arm up and down the back for a little tricep stretch. If the arm doesn't want to go that way, let's just take it across the front and over to the other shoulder. Good. Holding the stretch for about 30 seconds. If you feel that you need more, so remember the option is here, or the option is here and down the back. If you feel that you need more, stay and stretch a little longer. Good. And let's release it. All right, let's take a final big breath in. Big breath in, blow it out. Good. Thanks for joining us. Stay healthy, wash your hands, and don't forget #isolation recreation.